A new report out tonight is highlighting an urgent need for survivors of domestic violence in Lexington.
In 2022, at least a dozen of Lexington's homicides were domestic violence related. And now the city's Domestic and Sexual Violence Prevention Coalition is pushing for resources to support survivors. I spoke with advocates who say some areas of this report detailing protective orders filed last year are eye-opening. It's our top story at 6.
I find it exciting that we've got some tangible pieces that we have to work on so survivors have access to the full extent of the law and protection.
According to Lexington's 2023 Protective Order Report, more than 2,400 protective orders were filed. This averages out to 7 people per day. More than 61% of those petitions involved intimate partner and sexual violence.
We know that it's nowhere near the number of people that are experiencing domestic violence.
Stephanie Theakston works with the coalition who spearheaded the report. She says this is because less than 20% of survivors seek a protective order. When they do, though, it's taking longer than it used to.
The length of time between the petition and the hearing for the final protective order has tripled over the last few years.
According to the report, in 2009, this process took 17 days. Now it takes 49 days. Theakston says there's no clear answer as to why this is.
I would hope that we could get together as a community and figure out ways that we can impact each of those components to shorten that time.
It's just more time they have to hold their breath. And that's the kind of example I like to use because that's what survivors tell us. It feels like their life is on hold. They don't know how to go forward.
Executive Director of Greenhouse 17, Darlene Thomas, says protective orders are a large part of a victim's safety plan.
We don't always know which abuser will kill or try to do serious permanent injury or harm.
The report shows that 46% of people seeking protection experienced strangulation.
There's nothing the survivor can or can't do to prevent domestic violence.
Theakston says another big finding in the report is that judges aren't making child support orders enough of a priority when issuing domestic violence orders.
A lot of the times survivors choose to return to their abusers because they can't support themselves and their children, and so they have to make the tough choice between going back to a home that is violent versus being on the street.
And if you would like to read the report for yourself and see a deeper look at the findings, you can scan the QR code there on your screen to download the WKYT News app. You can find it in this story on the WKYT News app, and then you can get the latest information and receive news alerts right to your phone.